Hello there. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good evening. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for my review of Ready to Love in the DMV? This is episode 2 that I'm reviewing today, okay? Uh, First of all, let's get this out the way. I'm Miss Tony. This is my channel, Miss Tony's Love and Life Lessons. My channel is all about love and life lessons. I am the author of a book titled Are You Dateable? My pen name is Tony Hodge. You can get it on Amazon.com. This is a good time to get the book around Valentine's Day. A lot of people want to know if they're dateable. They're sitting at home, which you order your flowers and your candy, honey, and curl up on your couch, honey, and read the book and see if you're dateable, okay? All right. So now, do me one little favor. I want you to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm doing the reviews on Ready to Love because that's what my channel is about, all about love and life lessons. So I thought I would start doing these reviews. I want to see if any of these people are dateable, okay? All right, so let's get started. Now, so nephew Tommy comes in, and one thing I have to say about these people is they all are very attractive, well-groomed, well-dressed people. They all seem to be very kind, very nice people. Like I said before, you know, they in the DMV, they all have, you know, good paying jobs, and they seem to be, you know, very well rounded on that end, and they all are just ready to love, looking for love. They seem to have, you know, their finances in order, their jobs and homes and things like that. Maybe all the things that they want, but they just don't have the love that they're looking for. Okay, so this is an interesting group here in the DMV. All right, now nephew Tommy comes in and they have a brunch set up, and the food looks real good. They eating, these folks is eating well, okay? It's a spread laid out. And so we got our boy Paul over there, you know. He over there talking about he loved this food, you know, but he definitely want to be finding him some love, okay? So we have Paul over there talking about love and love and eating some good food, okay? Now, Paul said he hungry for love. That's what he said, okay? And then Tiffany, she's sitting down. She sits down next to Clifton and Joy, and I don't know, some type of way she was all in her feelings because some had a little attitude, but they let that pass. They spoke to her and let her pass on by, you know. And then she went over to the table where Wiley was and sit down and talk to him because she seems to be really into Wiley, okay? Then you have Dakia. She comes in. We get to see her again, and she comes into the brunch, and so she sits over there with Wiley and Tiffany. And Tiffany didn't care too much for that, you know, so, but it didn't seem to bother Dakia. She went on and sit down and start communicating, you know, and eating her brunch and enjoying herself. So, but anyway, that's what was going on at the brunch. Everybody was kind of mixing and mingling. I believe it was Dakia that came over and, you know, said she knew Wiley from somewhere, and she asked him, was he related to Chuck Brown? And he said that he was Chuck Brown's son, and if you don't know Chuck Brown in the DMV, then you've been living up on the rock, because Chuck Brown is the godfather of the go-go beat in DC, you know, rocking to the go-go beat. I love me some Chuck Brown. That was the first time I had ever even heard of go-go music when I lived up there in DC, but they love some go-go. So some Run Joe, policeman at the door, Run Joe. That's Chuck Brown, okay? All right. So, and then Tommy comes out and he greets the singles and, you know, talk to them. He tells them that not to get comfortable, that once again, they was looking for quality and not quantity. So, you know, he wanted them to introduce these blind dates, okay? So he was adding one man and one woman that was going on a blind date, and then he picked who was going on the blind dates. And he picked Kia. No, he picked Ace and Laverne, okay? He said about Ace that she needed to tap into her CIA senses and she was going to go on a blind date, check the person out, the new comer out. And then Laverne, he was chosen to go on the date because he likes to do a lot of talking, ask a lot of questions. So Tommy wanted him to, you know, run the investigation, okay? So then they go on these blind dates, right? And Ace meets with what's the guy name? Cornelius. His name is Cornelius. He was a big guy, nice looking guy, realtor, real estate investor and everything. And him and Ace vibe very well. She's known for the one that has a very calm spirit. Everybody seems to like her. So she vibed really good with Cornelius. He liked her, and he was a very nice guy. He said that he had never been married before, and that it was because of him, and he had to go through therapy. Everybody seemed to really love this therapy around him. He went through therapy, and I guess, you know, therapy helped him out, and, you know, now he's, you know, ready to love, I guess. Okay? But at least he admitted that he was the problem, and he said he wanted to get married, and he do want to have kids, okay? So it was a good connection between Ace and Cornelius. They seemed to vibe really good. He seemed like a, you know, a nice guy and everything at the moment, okay? And then next, we had, they showed Paul. Paul takes Joy out on a date. Now, Paul is the guy that everybody remembers him by him saying Poe. He called himself Poe, and everybody jokingly said, "Oh, well, the only P.O. they know is you know, parole officer." So, but anyway, Joy is the singer. She's a very attractive, tall young lady. At least she looks tall from the television, and she's a professional singer. And she went out on a date with Paul. Paul wanted to get to know her. Now, they didn't seem to be a match. I don't know why he thought that she would be a match for him. But Joy is really attracted to someone else, and she was never attracted to P.O. or Paul, as he, you know, which is really his name, okay? So he talked to her about settling down. He said that he really wanted to settle down with someone. He's looking to get married, and he's looking for a stable relationship. So if you're looking for a stable relationship, I don't know why you would be talking to Joy, because she's a professional singer. She travels all over the world. She's singing and doing her thing. And she's not going to be the one that's going to be settling down with anybody as far as I'm concerned, you know. So anybody to get with her, in my opinion, is going to be doing some traveling to get with her. So that was a date, you know, a wasted time as far as I'm concerned. But they went on a date. And then you have Dakia. She went on a date with Clifton. Clifton, which is the big guy that everybody raves about, you know, has the beard and everything. Nice, attractive guy. And he wanted to know more about Dakia. So they sit and talked, and these are mature people, so they're in their 40s. And the first question he wanted to know with her, did she believe in, you know, waiting to have, you know, sex, you know, before marriage? And she was like, no, you know. She said she in her 40s, and she was ready to get it in whenever he was ready to get it in. And so he was like, yes. So so I guess they found it out about each other. So when time comes to get together, he know who he can pick for that, I'm assuming, okay? But they had good conversation, and they seemed to vibe really good. They look like to me they made a connection, but they did talk about the premarital sex discussion first, which was, you know, weird to me. But anyway, that's what happened, all right? Then next we have Clifton. He wants to have a date with Ace. He talks, you know, to the cameras that he wants to have a date with Ace because he's never really, you know, had anything with her. And so he says, you know, everybody says that Ace is peaceful, and he, you know, really wanted to, you know, get to know her. But Laverne likes her a lot. If you all don't remember Laverne, but he likes her a lot. Now Laverne goes on the blind date with the new woman that was introduced, and her name is Carmen. Now Carmen, she's a brand management. She was very, professional and very headstrong and everything. And she had on some blue uh, contacts in her eyes, and I thought, we was way done with that, but clearly not for her. Okay, so Carmen was 43 years old, brand management, and she had on her some blue contacts in her eyes. I don't know why, but she was black. Looked like she had, she said she was from had been in the military, and of course Laverne had been in the military, so they had a lot of things in common. They had good conversation. She asked a lot of questions about marriage, and Laverne, shared some things with her. She said, shared some things with him. So they seemed like they, bonded, right there. I don't necessarily know if it would go any further, but the conversation went really well. He was impressed with her body, her thickness and everything, and she was impressed with his working out body and his thickness. So, I guess they bonded on a sexual, level, but the communication seemed good, really good. All right. Then we go on to talk about, it's Dakia. Now, Dakia, she likes Wiley as well. She got a chance to have a conversation with him. She was a little reluctant because she said, he was younger, but she did give him an opportunity because, she wanted to give him a chance. So she talked to Wiley a little bit, and they connected and everything. And Wiley likes Tiffany, but the kids, thought she'd check him out and everything. So, but it was good conversation, and they, kind of ended their conversation, because both of them wanted to have the opportunity to meet other people, which is what they're there for, okay? And then Clifton and Joy, they meet up and they chit and they talk and everything, which they, seem to be already hitting it off really good, okay? Now, next we had Tommy did a group date. They set up group dates with each other. Now, the first group date was with Cornelius, which is the new guy, the realtor. And then we had Paul, which he was acting real corny on this little group date and everything. And then we had two men, and then we had three ladies. We had Precious, Tiffany, and Sabrina came, okay? And so they was doing table tennis, and playing, games and things like that. And they seemed to have had a really good time. Tiffany tried to, talk to Cornelius, and she was just letting him know what she was looking for. She was real serious about it, and he didn't seem to take too much to it because she said she was emphatically looking for marriage, and if he wasn't looking for marriage, then he might as well, get on, where he came from, okay? But they got to know each other, and they asked a lot of questions, and Tiffany was just she was turned off, and they was turned off by her too, okay? And so, and Paul, he was just there, just entertaining the ladies, okay? Now, but of course, Tiffany, she didn't like Paul anyway. Paul is not very liked a lot in the circle, but he is making his rounds, and the people are getting to know him. So, that's something. And then we have Tori. If y'all remember him, Tori is the guy with the, he has dreads, but they're braided up, from side to side. So, and then we had Tori, Joy, Ace, and Clifton all doing a group date, okay? So they went out on a group date, and they got a chance to talk to Carmen, which is the new lady, and Tori, he didn't like her at all. He was like, she seemed to be real aggressive, and she had contacts in, and he was like, that's a no. That's a no for me, okay? But he was asking a lot about sex and different things like that, so it seemed like, these people are going to be getting it in real soon around here because everybody wants to know about sex. And then we have Tori and Joy. They did get a chance to have an opportunity to talk. They enjoyed each other's company, had a little laughs and everything. Of course, it wasn't a match, but they did what they were supposed to do, did get to know each other, have conversations, because, the goal is just to, even if you're not a match with someone, you don't know until you have some conversation with them, and at least give that person a chance. So I like the way that they're doing it. The people are very cooperative with talking to the other people, so they are mixing and mingling, and I like that. Okay. And then so it's moving pretty fast, but then they go to the gentleman's lounge, and nephew Tommy talks to them about it, and they meet to discuss it, and they talk about the elimination. So Cornelia says that he likes Ace. She is they have a good connection. And Laverne, he said he had a good date with Carmen. So Tommy wanted to know who they feeling the most and who were they feeling the least. So the one that they was feeling the most was Sabrina. They liked Sabrina. Nobody really didn't, care too much for Tiffany. So she was the least one, and Carmen came up as well as one of the least, but Tiffany was definitely one. But Ace, everybody liked her, and Dakia, Sabrina, and Precious, nobody didn't really bring her name up, whether good or bad or anything like that. But so they deliberated and they talked, and this was just a smooth process. So there's really not a lot to say about it, but they met with the guy, two of the men met with each lady. Paul met with Tiffany, and he talked to her, and I believe it was Laverne. No, it was Wiley or Tori, one of them, I can't remember. Talked to Ace, because Ace was up on the chopping block. They said that they had not had an opportunity to get to know her. So, but once he talked to her, it seemed like she was a very common person. He was like, oh, okay, I see what everybody is talking about. So, Ace was given another chance to stick around and get to know. And Tiffany, they let her go home because they said she was not ready to love. Okay. So that's pretty much it for this episode here. It went pretty fast. It was a lot going on, but they really moving kind of slow right now because everybody is just in here getting to know each other. They asking a lot of questions. They going on different dates. They doing a lot of meeting and greeting. And so right now, you don't have any pairs right now. Nephew Tom is throwing curveballs in the mix. Next week he's gonna have 2 more people coming, another man and another lady. So everybody is just kind of moving pretty fast, trying to get to know each other, see who's in, who's out, who we gonna be spending time with. So far, only people that we have, to me, seems like a connection is you have let's see, Clifton and Joy. Clifton is the big guy. Joy's the singer. Now they seem to be, getting along very well. And Clifton said he also liked Dakia, because she was the one that said, she ready for some, sex right away. She wants to try the situation out, honey, before anything. She got to, experience it before she really get into it with you. So she said she in her 40s, honey, and her sex drive is up. And she said, baby, she ready to do it. Okay, whenever you ready, she ready. Okay, she said, don't threaten her with no good time. And then, so then we have Clifton and Joy, and maybe Dakia throw it in there, as a match. And then Wiley, I thought him and Tiffany was going to be a match, but now she's gone. So I guess he got to connect with someone. Laverne really liked Ace. He was singing her praises, left and right, so, maybe they're going to, have some more dates and really, be a match or what have you. But that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the show this time. Now, my take on it, let's see who would I say of any of these people here that are left that I feel would be dateable. Now, out of the guys, they didn't show Demetrius on a date or anything like that. He kind of got left off this time. I didn't see him on a date. If I did, I missed it, but I didn't see him on one. He's the one That's the retired military guy. Had been in the military a long time. I said last week that he was a divorce cheater. Hopefully he outlived that. He said he had been a therapist. So I'm gonna stop calling him that. Okay, we're just gonna call him Cornelius, and we're not gonna call him the divorce cheater. Okay, I'm not gonna label him. All right. So, but I didn't see him on a date or anything like that. So, who do I think out of this group is dateable? I'm gonna say Dakia. Even though she answered the question about premarital sex was okay with her, she seemed like a really solid woman. She seemed like she knew what she wants. She was a stable young lady. She's a senior systems engineer. She's 39 years old. She's very mature. So I would definitely say that she is dateable, and hopefully she can make the right connection. And I feel like that she is mature enough, to go forward with someone, okay? I also think Sabrina is dateable. Sabrina was, she's 36 years old. She's a nonprofit executive, and she's the one that had the list. Now she's turning out to be a very, very nice and warm, great conversations and everything. So I definitely think that she is dateable. Okay, Ace, I got a question mark about her, about being dateable. She's not really opening up. Everybody says that she is their peace and everything, but I'm not learning anything about her. She's a yoga instructor, and she's the one that I said that she wasn't really memorable last week. I didn't have anything to say about her. I thought she was a philanthropist or something, because she's very quiet. So I'm not sure if she's dateable or not, because she's not opening up. She's not really sharing herself. She talks a lot about yoga and different things like that, but not really sure what she wants or what she's looking for in a mate, or if she's looking for a long-term or short-term relationship. So none of those things have been revealed to me that I can see. So I'm not really sure if she's dateable right now. Then we have Precious. Precious is still there. She's still in the running, and so I think Precious is dateable at the moment. I've got to get to know a little bit more about her. As far as the men are concerned, I still say all the men are dateable. Even the new guy, Carmen, she's not dateable. That was the new lady. I don't even know why they didn't just go ahead and send her home. She on something else, with some blue contacts, and she's very aggressive. Maybe she don't know how to tame herself and be let her feminine side lead. Maybe she's such a boss, in the real world, that she doesn't know how to calm it down, rein it in, so she can rein somebody in. Okay, so she probably needs some therapy on that. Perhaps maybe she needs to read the book, see if she's dateable, give us some pointers and things that she might need to do to attract the right type of person to her, because I certainly would like to see these people get the love that they deserve. Okay, now as far as the men are concerned, I'm gonna say all these men appear to be dateable to me. Everybody's against Paul because he's kind of roaming around asking a lot of questions, but he's there. He wants to be loved. He's looking for love. Maybe the person that he's looking for is not there, but he certainly is ready to love, and he certainly is dateable. He has all the qualifications. He's responsible adult. I think he got a good job. He's a software analyst, and he said in the beginning he was very sexual and had looking for some sexual energy. But I think he's dateable. He's just got to find the right person. Wiley is the 32-year-old young athletic director. He's dateable. Yeah, he wants something. He seemed to be solid. And like I said, Demetrius is the 42-year-old retired military guy. He's dateable. He's changed his life around. He's going in the right direction. I even think the new guy, Cornelius, is dateable. The big guy. He's a realtor. He's ready to settle down. He wanna have a family and have children. He's ready to share his wealth, with a mate. So he's dateable. Laverne, he's a lead analyst tech. He's very warm, and I like his smile. He's very communicative, so he's definitely dateable. And then of course you got Clifton, the big guy. He's dateable. Tori, he's a realtor as well. Now he did have some mom issues, so I'm watching him. He's the one, I believe, that has the braids in his hair, the dreads that are braided up. But he seems like a nice guy. I don't have anything against him right now. So right now, look like all the men that's there are dateable, and I have about 4 women that I feel is dateable. So we'll see how close I come to being right. Of course, they're going to be constantly adding people, and they're going to constantly be having new dates and everything. And so I think we're going to have a really good ride. But like I said before, last time, it looks like this is a really, touchy-feely sexual crowd here. So we're going to see some stuff happening around here, okay? So stay with me. Stay on here for the ride. We're going to find out what's going on. We're going to see if these people are ready to love. We're going to see if anybody is dateable. And we're going to take this on to the end. Don't forget to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Watch some of the other videos that I have posted about love and life and relationships. I think you'll find them, a lot of them very funny. A lot of them are very serious, but I think you'll enjoy it, okay? So come along with me. Welcome. And I thank you for watching my video tonight. And I look forward to seeing you next week on my review on Ready to Love, DMV. And I'll also put up on Wednesdays the Hey Girl, Hey Wednesday video. So check those Wednesday videos out and come back and join me on Fridays for Ready to Love. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. See you next time.